What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be installing Tatum's Fender Eliminator on her Yamaha R7. I forgot exactly which one it was. I'll throw a picture of it up on the screen right now. It was from Amazon. It was only about $35, I think. The only bad reviews I have about it is that it did require some customization in order to fit the stock turn signals into the license plate bracket. But other than that, I think it was a really good product for the price. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. You guys did not see this, but I have actually taken off the mirrors, put on this far end mirror right here, and this new windscreen. I know this isn't much, but I'm hoping that this right here is enough for whenever I am riding to deflect a little bit of wind at highway speeds. So on Tatum's bike, like sport bikes, they come with like this windshield right here, and my bike did not come with them. Obviously it's a naked bike, so they just don't come with them. But I quickly realized that driving at highway speeds is kind of brutal. Whenever the wind just has nothing to hit but you. So I went ahead and did the mirrors because I thought the stock mirrors were just absolutely disgusting. And the windscreen, I like the way it looks, but I also am hoping, haven't got to test it out yet, that the function will be there as well. As you guys saw in my video, Tatum commented and said the first thing she's taking off was this thing right here, and that is exactly what we're doing today. Is removing this and replacing it with a new, it's either called a Fender Eliminator or a tail tidy. I'm not sure what the technical term is. I've heard called both. So whatever you want to call it, we're replacing that today. Step one is to take all of these out, like this tab, this tab, this tab, this tab. I'm not sure how many there are. There's a few of them. But all you do is punch this little center section right there in it, and they come right out. I would go ahead and say I am the worst at explaining installs or anything. So I will try my best to show you guys what we're doing along the way and explain it as best as possible. And there's two right here. There's one right here and one over there at the same spot. And there's also two plastic tabs right here and right there that she's getting right now that you have to do whenever you take off the passenger seat. So I'm really attempting to make this as little boring for you guys as possible. I know just watching me go through all these things, I'm gonna try to make it pretty quick. But on the inside of here, there's two 5mm bolts you have to take out that are right here. And once you take those bolts out, the seat should just slide back and come right out.
That is ridiculously easy.
Yeah, that's like kind of scary, that knowing that whenever you're driving this bike, these two bolts that go here and here are the only thing that hold the seat on the entire bike. Our wild Tatum getting video for her Instagram content. I will go ahead and throw her Instagram up on the screen. If all 124 of you want to go ahead and follow her on Instagram, go ahead right now. 11,000 on her way to 1 million followers. So we're basically, well, Tatum 90%, me about 10%, is taking apart basically this entire bike. It's kind of crazy just to get to the fender. Just take this piece off, you have to take basically the entire back half of the bike apart. And we're not sure why, but that's what you gotta do. So right now she's taking off these two bolts right here. Beautiful. So as you guys can see, the bike is already on this side, almost down to the frame. And now we're taking off the other side. And then after that, I believe we take off the winglets. Little fun fact about Tatum. You know, most wives want their husbands to do everything for them. She would prefer me do absolutely nothing, and she wants to do everything because whenever it's her project, she wants to know that she was the one that accomplished that. That's very important to her, and I admire that a lot about her. All right, so now that we have all 58 million of these bolts undone, these two plastic pieces are just gonna come off now. So now we have all the parts right here, and this is what I was talking about. I have to take basically the entire back half of the bike off just to get to this. It is much later now. Not that much later, but you guys can see it's dark outside. So we ended up needing some tools. We ended up running over to Walmart and just got back and finished taking off the rest of the fender. A little fun fact for you guys. So we just had to take these out of the bike, and while we're taking them out, this one's stripped. And so if you guys don't know, I've already done it, so this looks like crap. But if you guys take whatever you need, so this was a 4mm hex bolt. If you just take it and you take some electrical tape and you just wrap it around there, a lot of the times that'll give it enough friction to just get the screw out. The more you know. If you guys didn't know, basically the R7 and my bike, the MT-07, are the same. They're the same bike with a different body pretty much. Like same engine, same same turn signals, same mounting points for most of the things. And I'm not gonna lie, this was a cheap Fender Eliminator kit off of Amazon. They advertised that it was for both bikes. I think it is, but I think it was for the older bikes because the newer ones have these kind of like larger wires with these little connectors at the end for the turn signals. This connector was not going to fit through. This had all these metal pieces right here in it, and so we basically had to trim that out, and now we're just putting electrical tape on the edges so that it does not cut the wires when we put it through there. We just got both sides of the turn signals fit up into the holes that they go in, and I believe it's now time to put it on the bike. So it is the next day. It got pretty late, and there was a bunch of like problem solving we had to find. I definitely see why people do spend more money on the Fender Eliminator kits, but we just wanted to kind of see if we were able to do it for cheaper. And it's definitely able to do it. You have to do more alterations to it than you would probably a more expensive one that you buy and probably just put on the bike. So it is now the next day, and we are going ahead and finishing up. I'm gonna go ahead and continue drilling these holes out a little more, because so what happened was this holes right here, they hold on the license plate light for it. And it's really weird, but whenever you put it up to the bike, the tail light hits it. So it's weird, but you have to cut out your own holes and relocate the license plate light so that it will actually fit. Since we had to drill that out, Tim wanted to go ahead and put some spray paint on the to cover the holes just so that it doesn't, so it helps prevent rust. That's good to me. So we just got the Fender Eliminator on here. So we're gonna turn on the bike and see if they work. Right tail light, works. Left tail light, that works, hit your hazards. Now we just have to do the wiring to the license plate light. We're gonna cut it and take this, that way we can take this connector and plug it into the factory one. And we're just gonna splice this wire to the wires that the new license plate light came with.
Yep.
Oh, does she work? Now we have the license plate bracket mounted up. We're gonna begin putting the bike back together. That light works? Yep, brake light works. Hazards work. Right blinker? Yep. Left blinker works. We're good to go. It'll take us 2 days, but we did it. Yeah, just like I said, that I am not the best with explaining things. We're not the best installs, but that's another reason why we kind of wanted these bikes. Wanted something we can just have fun with, we can learn with, and you know, yeah, it took a little longer than it should have, but we had a lot of fun doing it, a lot of frustration doing it, a lot of learning doing it. So it's all learning experiences. So just to give you guys a reference of what the before and after is, like I've mentioned multiple times, Tatum's bike, the R7, and my MT-07 are basically the same bike with different bodies. But it basically looked like this before, and this is what it looks like now. As you guys can see, it's just an overall much cleaner look. Thank you guys so much for following the journey of us. Obviously, the last, another video getting my bike, getting Tatum's bike, even to its first, I guess you'd call install. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy the content, as always, leave a like. If you guys find this any bit entertaining or learn something or just want to follow along for, I mean, we have the Camaro we do stuff with. We now have both bikes that we do stuff with. If you guys just want to follow along with the content, go ahead and subscribe. But thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.